So it is almost 2 a.m., dead in the night. I have just finished my workout and tomorrow is an off. So, tomorrow, exactly at this time, I will be 26 already, like officially. I'm in a new city, I have a new job, and I've kind of started my life afresh all by myself. And now, whatever decision I will take, it will only be about me, and I only will have to go through the outcome of those decisions. 26 years of life, and it does take a lot of time for a human being to even figure things out, like to even gather those senses that what is happening and all of that. And suddenly this thought strike me. I mean, not suddenly, this thing always disturbs me when I see people of my age much more successful than I am, with much more heavy bank balance, leading a fancy lifestyle. It does disturb me. And I feel that this kind of jealousy is good, to have this feeling that if that person can do something, why not me? I see it from a healthy angle, and I feel that until and unless you are doing something wrong to that other person, if you are just using that kind of uh, this particular emotion as that force to drive your own willpower and hard work, then it's all good. But the problem is, so I have got lots of plans and lots of things that I feel that I'm capable of doing and I want to do them. But when it comes to the doing part, I always get stuck. I stop. Sometimes I stop because I tell myself I do not have the useful resources, which is not false. My Given my present circumstances and my past circumstances as well, I have had a problem of limited resources. But I have always kind of let that thing affect me in ways that I will just stop. I will not proceed any further. I will not even like move, forget about walking and running. And when now I have like started my life in this new city where I am doing everything from finding a house for myself to looking after the groceries to managing my own finance to how much money I should save so that I can at least start little by little getting all those resources which are very, very useful to get that betterment, to see that improvement in your life. And when I've started doing all of this, this thing kind of struck me that I wasn't always like this. I wasn't always afraid of putting my ideas up front. I wasn't always afraid of trying out new things. I wasn't always afraid of uh, giving it a try again, even after failing multiple times. And I was never afraid of being ashamed of not being able to do something. I mean, it used to hurt my ego. Even then, as a child, I used to feel like Why can't I do that? Why did I fail? But that never stopped me from trying again. I've always found that I was not like this earlier. When on earth, accessories, gadgets, and resources started affecting me so much that I just stopped even trying. Like, what if they never existed, and what if this was the only way to get things done, which is to just do it no matter what. I was procrastinating even this video. I was like, I should not shoot today. People are sleeping and I'm living with everyone. But then, this something is there. I mean, something is changing about me. I've suddenly become very fearless. I mean, recently I did things that the version of me a few months back wouldn't have even thought of doing, because you know living having lived my life, I have been through incidents that people really don't put up with, but I have, and without complaining about it at all. Sometimes I just get lost in my own train of thoughts. So I was just thinking that, even right now, even after being a 25-year-old, just a few hours away to 26-year-old independent woman, I'm still not able to buy myself a laptop, which is like so basic. Sometimes it just breaks me from inside, because I want to be very rich. I want to be so rich, and I just never want to see some. I just never want to see any price tag ever. If I want to buy something, I will just go grab it and pay for it. I will not check the price tag and then my bank balance, that can I afford it? Will it affect my tomorrow? Will it affect me a year later, a month later? I just don't want to think about any of that. I want to get that rich. People can call me delusional, but I mean, I am delusional. I've always been delusional. I have been delusional even when I thought that my pain, my hard times are never going to get over. They're still not over yet, but there's a wind of relief. There's a change. There is this new rise of hope that things can move. As I've moved, literally, I've moved cities, and yeah, I'm not doing something big in my life right now, and it is not that I've done something amazing. Getting this job was not something sort of moving mountains, but from the position I came from and the situation that I only know that what situation I was handling with from that point of view. Yes, it was like moving a mountain to land this job and to move cities completely on my own. But now when I think about it, that what do I want to do in life? There are so many things that I want to do in my life. I want to make my own brand. I want to make my own business. I want to act. Like, I've always wanted to become an actor, and now I am in the most appropriate city in India for someone who wants to become an actor, but I haven't really given it a shot since I'm here. I should, but I haven't. I mean, I've felt this uneasiness and this jittery kind of feeling I have had, but right now what I'm feeling, I don't know how to express it in words. I see so many positive uh, things on my feed coming from a place where I have come from, which I will like disclose slowly because I feel and I've decided that the time has come for me to mm, not just make my own story but to accept and bring the story that had already been written. I mean, the life that I've already lived, the experiences that I've already been through. It is not about inspiring someone, it is not about making content out of it. I mean, I am making content out of it, but it is not for the sake of it. I haven't scripted anything. Probably I should have scripted something. I haven't done any sort of planning. I just felt like I should just start it, and I should just start it the way I have pictured it in my head. I want to move ahead in life. I want to move at at a lightning speed. Um, I want to move in ways that when I will see myself in the mirror, and I will just say like, hey, I'm very proud of you, and thank you for keeping the trust in me, and thank you so much for making all my dreams come true. Now we live a very good, happy, and prosperous life. And thank you for making me so successful and capable that I really do not have anything uh, to worry about when it comes to, earthly things. Thank you for all of that. Um, yeah, I want to be that. This is for me. This is for people who are like me, and I'm sure there are plenty of me who those who just grab a corner and they just cry, and people like us actually they get overshadowed by two types of people: those who are very successful, and those who are not that successful but they know the trick to make it happen, and we are just stuck in between. We want to go to the earlier one. We are not the latter one, but we don't know how to really navigate. I am literally sitting in a very small room, sharing the space with three other flatmates. And trust me, this is not a place where any sane person would like to live, but when and it's very costly, by the way, but this is how it is about this particular city. It's very expensive, and sitting in this room and living under this condition, in this condition, has only made me realize that when you gotta do now, you just gotta do. And for people who don't belong to the group C, but somehow conditioning, timing, and all those things, they consolidated themselves and they became so powerful somehow over our own willpower, over our own efforts, that we didn't even realize when we got demoted from team A to team C, like group A to group C. It wasn't about the thing that we were not willing to stay there, we were not willing to become double A, but somehow something happened. And it's okay, mistakes happen, mishappenings do take place, and let's see how to get everything back on track. I'm currently working on the small business that I have in my mind, which doesn't require that. I mean, if you have, that's great, but it doesn't necessarily require any system like any laptop or any tab. But if you have, great. I don't have any, so I am just manually working on it, and I'm trying to start it as soon as possible because I have got limited resources and I'm also in a new city. So I was being a little skeptical about whether I should spend on this. What if it's just a loss, and what will I do? I'll lose my money. And then I just thought that all those years where I haven't taken the risks, I have lost those years. I've lost those opportunities which could have, or maybe not, but could have turned into something meaningful. And along with working on the business, I'm also studying on things so that, I have to survive to build something. And I don't want to survive like survive. कि बस सांस ले रही हूँ और जिंदा हूँ. I don't want to live like that. I want to live. My survival should also feel luxurious. My survival should also be comfortable. I should never ever in life, I should never ever compromise with comfort. I do not have the relevant degree, but I am learning every possible thing that is required to get that position. And I'm very delusional in such matters. Even by this current job, also, I got because of that delusion, because of my networking skills. And I trust myself. Now, when I do not have anyone else or anything else to lean on and trust, have my faith and trust on, I just have myself to give my all belief, faith, and hope. So I trust myself because I do not have any other options left. And I've seen the fact that degrees at the end of the day don't matter. My degrees are like they're not like of no use, but I'm not in the relevant field. I just have my degree and I'm just in a completely different job, completely different industry. So yeah, we will get to that in some other videos, but along with that, I will keep making such a video once a week, not just to keep a note of my journey and progress, but also for the people like me, people who have accidentally become a part of the group C and who don't deserve to be in that group anymore. I feel it's time for us to brace up and start doing the shit we want to do. It's time to just gather whatever is left in us, and trust me, we have got left a lot than we think we do have. So, if you are on that track and if you want to be a part of the journey, then I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.